Three bodies were discovered at the entrance to the Romscott Quarry at N6290 County Trunk Highway, Allen, town of Hamilton. The bodies were discovered by two employees arriving for work. The Wisconsin State Crime Lab and the Wisconsin Department of Justice, Division of Criminal Investigation, were contacted to assist Crosse County with the investigation. On July 23rd, the day of the homicide, at approximately noon, investigators interviewed a female at the La Crosse Police Department that indicated she had information concerning the homicide. This female, identified as BLS, indicated that she had been with the three victims, Trevor Maloney, Nemo Yang, and Peng Lor, on Thursday, July 22nd, and that they'd all been staying in the same room at a hotel in Onalaska, Wisconsin. In the early morning hours of Friday, July 23rd, she, along with the victims, were returning to Onalaska from La Crosse when they were followed by what she believed to be a black Mercedes-Benz. They stopped at another hotel in Onalaska briefly while she went in to drop off some items. Upon returning to her car, she discovered the Mercedes parked next to her vehicle and that an individual she knew as Kush was sitting in her car behind the driver's seat. One of the victims that had been in her car was now seated in the Mercedes. BLS said the driver of the Mercedes was an individual she knew as Black and that he was holding a gun. BLS said that she was told to follow the Mercedes, which she did, driving her car. At some point, she was told by Kush, who was seated behind her, to pass the Mercedes, which she did. Kush then gave her directions where to go. They then stopped at the location where the homicides occurred. After getting to the quarry, all of the individuals got out of the two vehicles. Black told all three of the victims to get on their knees and then gave Kush the gun. Kush then shot all three victims multiple times. Law enforcement was familiar with Kush as Naya Tao. Black or Blackie was unknown to local law enforcement. On Saturday, July 24th, the La Crosse County Sheriff's Office was contacted by an individual in the Minneapolis area that said he could provide information regarding the homicides. An investigator from the Sheriff's Office and an agent from the Wisconsin Division of Criminal Investigation went to the Minneapolis area to conduct that interview. Information was provided that the homicides were over a $600 debt. The informant indicated that the debt was with an individual named Black and that he had just got out of prison. The informant thought Black resided in the Wausau, Wisconsin area. Investigators were able to identify Black as Comthaneth Bratensack with the assistance of the DCI Wausau office and other agencies in central Wisconsin. Investigators believe that some of the victims and suspects were potentially members of the True Asian Bloods and the Crazy Hmong Boys. Both are known to be rival gangs. We believe Comthaneth and Naya killed the three victims on County Trunk Highway M at approximately 2:15 a.m. on Friday, July 23rd. We believe both individuals then traveled in the 2005 Mercedes-Benz S to Algoma, Wisconsin, where they had contact with at least two individuals who have been interviewed. Two cell phones and other possible evidence was given to an associate of the suspects to destroy, which was later recovered by law enforcement. Both cell phones were recovered in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and other evidence was recovered by law enforcement, including the Mercedes-Benz in Brown County. It is believed that at least one of the recovered phones belonged to one of the victims. Preliminary autopsy information is that all 3 victims died of multiple gunshot wounds. Ammunition casings were discovered at the scene. Autopsies were performed at the Department of Anatomic Pathology, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota.